You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Saber Zone.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Saber Zone, the video on the channel, if you're new here, that discusses what one of you had to say. I got some energy. I'm going to make some videos. Okay, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make, I guess it'll be, I don't know. I don't even know what the next video is. It might be most likely a blue and gold talk. I'm going to make 2 videos tonight, so I want to get on it. This is one of them. And I just finished my day, but I've got energy, so let's do this. Okay, here's the clip. Shout out goes to Loose Cannon, and Lou says, here's my 3 takes. Number 1, UPL's best game in 2 years. Agreed. Number 2, Greenway's neutralizing of tough guy Wilson. Agreed. And number 3, and the reason for this clip, do the Sabres even practice 3-on-3? Well, Lou, I don't know. That's a good damn question to ask, isn't it? They were bad last overtime. Oof, that was bad. But it's 5 minutes, it's 3-on-3, you know? But Lou puts a good point, is do we practice 3-on-3? I'm guessing, of course we must. Lindy pays attention to detail. But it doesn't feel like it recently, right? I mean, we just find ways to lose. And then the one game we desperately need to win, we're nowhere in that overtime. And we find a way to win. So this is my thing, Lou, with 3-on-3s, is I just hate them. I hate it. It's Bush League hockey. It's beer league hockey. It's stupid to do this to professionals. You know, it's my opinion. I know a lot of you disagree with that. I'm old school, folks. I grew up with ties, you know. I miss them. I miss the game where you couldn't settle it and we're gonna settle it next time, you know? Not walk away because somebody got lucky in a shootout or somebody got lucky in the overtime and won the face-off. It's like, to me, that's just not a way to settle a game that you've played hard for 60 minutes. Now somebody's is gonna get lucky in the next 5 because it's wide open hockey. Don't like it, never will. I'll be happy when the league does away with it one year, and I'm hoping they will, because they will eventually get rid of shootouts. That I can guarantee you, folks. They will get rid of shootouts eventually. And then maybe make a longer 5-on-5, a 3. If they're going to do the stupid 3-on-3, then, you know, at least let it decide that way. I mean, the shootout, I just can't stand it. It's just so soccer. It just is. I hate it. I wish they'd do away with the shootout and just keep playing 3-on-3, because it doesn't take long to score a goal 3-on-3. You know, might as well let them play 7, let them play a full period till somebody scores. Somebody's going to score. Doesn't take long. That's where I stand with that. If I had my way, I would do away with the 3-on-3 entirely. I'd do away with overtimes in the regular season. I remember what one of the things as a kid, and maybe Lou, you can relate to this if you're older, but remember when the playoffs would come, that was the exciting time of the year. We get to see overtime games. We get to see overtime games, you know? And it's kind of lost its pizzazz come playoff time because, well, we see so many in the regular season. So many. Because the league has a lot of parity, so there's a lot of games that go to overtime. I would love to see the league just go right back to ties, but I know I'm never going to get my wish because Bettman would never do that. A bite of energy, but I need coffee, guys. So as we move forward, I do want to say, though, at least we got last overtime. Like, you can't keep losing in overtime, and I make a pitch that we're going to get rid of it, because the league doesn't give a damn about the Sabres, guys. They just don't care about us. So they don't care what we have to say, any of us. They don't care. But I would love to see the true records of teams after 60 minutes be the reason they get in the playoffs, not the fake bogus points you get in overtime that kind of wreck a team. I remember it was, who was it one year? I think it was New Jersey. No, it was, might have been Florida. I think it was New Jersey, though. got in the playoffs one year because they won something like 11 overtimes. And they were talking about it that year. I think it was Jersey. I don't know. It's well over a decade ago this happened. So I'd have to look back and pinpoint it and try to figure it out. But this is the thing. Teams get into the playoffs because of those winner points and overtime. So that's why you have to capitalize on them. And this is why it's important we do these 3-on-3 in practice. Because we are going to be faced with this maybe 10 times a year. And you got to win half. You got to win half. And we haven't yet. But I count the shootout overtime kind of the same thing. As long as you win in that extra time somehow, some way, it's okay then, like just to make up. So we're 1-3, If we would get another one of those 3 that we lost, I'd say it's fair so far. As long as you get half, it's kind of fair. It is. I just hate it. I'm sorry, guys. I hate it. I hate it. I miss the days of win, losses, and ties. I do. I love the undefeated streaks. We don't get to see those no more because undefeated streaks can end in these stupid overtimes. Doesn't make sense to me, Like the Flyers' 35-game unbeaten streak, we're never going to see that again. We'll have to have a thing called a point streak. It's not the same. It's just not the same. Because when you go undefeated, okay, the Sabres would have had a feeling of undefeated in those 3 overtimes that we lost if they didn't lose them. It would just be unsettled, but not a loss. You can grow upon that. Whereas when you continue to lose them in your mind, okay, and it's the truth too, is you lost. And this is one of the reasons, as a Sabres fan, I want to see the league just change things up a bit. I would love, and another thing, enough with expansion. I know this is off topic, but enough with expansion. They're talking already about more teams coming in. Atlanta's coming back. Houston, we know, is going to get a team eventually. We know that. That's obvious. But Atlanta, I don't get it. I just don't. I mean, I do feel bad for their fans out there last time around because it was ownership that messed them over. But, when you're a repeat offender and it happens again, I don't know. Does Winnipeg ever get another team if they lose this one? I don't think so. I think that's it, And speaking of games tonight, right now as we speak, the Maple Leafs are losing 3-0 to Pittsburgh in Toronto. Halfway through the game, somewhere around there. And the Penguins are taking it to them too. The Penguins have had a good start this year. I tell you, this is why I always say, guys, no matter what, I never doubt Hall of Famers. I never doubt them. You just never know when they're going to have a meeting together and go out for a few beers and say, this is it this year. Is this your last year? And Malkin says, it's my last year. And this, you have this kind of a meeting and all of a sudden everybody's focused like it's a game 7 all year long. And that's, I think, what's happening in Pittsburgh this year. So far. So Lou, I don't know, that's my take on it. I hate the overtimes. I just hate them. But yeah, we have to practice them because they're part of the league now, these things. And we don't have a choice. So we have to be prepared. We have to go into these games with the attitude that we could face overtime. And I be honest, I'm always happy that we never, any game to me that we don't lose in regulation, there's always relief for me. There's always relief because no matter what, it's not in the loss column. It's in the overtime column, but it's not, or the win column. So to me, it's in the tie column if we lose. And worst case scenario, if we miss out by a point this year or something, I'll lose my mind because of this silliness, We might do a video on that and say, okay, the teams that beat us out, let's look at their regulation wins. I always look at regulation wins. To any team's record. Always regulation wins, guys. Always. How many games have you played? How many have you won in regulation? How many have you lost in regulation? Well, the loss column always tells you that, but win column doesn't always tell the truth. So you got to always pay attention to that. For me, I do. When it comes to any team we're playing at any point of the year, how many regulation wins do they have? Do they win at home in regulation, or do they win because of overtime and, these kind of things? It's important. Okay, I'm going to drop it here. I've blabbed enough, guys. I want to get to the next video. I want to close out tonight. See you in that one.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to ensure Dimension access.